Greetings everyone, and welcome to the final part of Mega Man X. That's right, we will finally face off against Sigma in this video. But first of all, there is still Sigma Stage 3. Now, the purpose of Sigma Stage 3 here is to finish off the boss rush spread throughout the Sigma Fortress. I mean, you have to get rid of the remaining 5 Mavericks, and might as well chuck them all here so we can get them out of the way. So, yeah. So, as I pluck off the remaining Mavericks one by one, an interesting fact is that if you are to play the Maverick Hunter X version of this game, the order of the bosses change. Like, take for example, in Sigma Stage 1, we fought a Boomer Kawanga first. In Maverick Hunter X, it would be Launch Octopus first. And I'm guessing they switched it around to add some kind of variety to make that game different from this one. Also, the encounter between X, Zero, and Vile takes place in Stage 3 of Sigma's Fortress, not Stage 1. Yeah, basically it's somewhat similar to the encounter, except Vile has no armor, and, well, Zero gives X his buster before, well, taking on Vile. I'm guessing they did that for a more emotional impact because Sigma 4 is where we fight Sigma next, and in Maverick Hunter X, seeing the death of his friend Zero motivates X a bit more. I'm guessing that's why they moved that encounter to the 3rd stage instead of the 1st, like in this game. So yeah. Anyway, coming up, I'm going to be using the Boomerang Cutter to, well, cut off the arms of Launch Octopus so that he will be unable to do his whirlwind attack and he has to rely just on the homing missiles. So, yeah. Of course, I'm going to be wasting Boomerang Cutter a lot during this stage, which turns out to be a big mistake. Oh, it's going to bite me. Yeah, it was kind of hard to see since I sped up the footage, but yes, I cut off Launch Octopus's tentacles. So, yeah. Anyway, this will not be the last time I will use Boomerang Cutter against a Maverick. Oh, no. Coming up, I will be using it against Flame Mammoth. Now, with Flame Mammoth, with his trunk, he will use it to change the direction of the conveyor belt and also to shoot out oil to shoot his fire at. Now, by cutting off the trunk, I will rob him of those 2 abilities. So he just has to rely on jumping to try and stun X, and shooting those flame weapons of his. So, yeah. I mean, you can barely see it when I speed up the footage, so trying to enjoy. And that's it for the Mavericks. We are done with the boss rush. And coming up is the irregular boss of this stage. And again, folks, I was face-palming when I realized, oh yeah, I forgot, this boss is weak against Boomerang Cutters. Like, oh, why did you have to do that? Why did you have to show off? I mean, sure, I could have just beaten them the old-fashioned way normally, but no, I had to be a show-off, and like, ugh, that's gonna bite me. Ugh. Folks, meet D-Rex. Weakness, Boomerang Cutter. And I just use it all up. Ugh. I miss weapon tanks. Oh, don't worry, I'll survive. I'll just have to use some sub-tanks in the meantime. And by the way, folks, in between this stage and the final Sigma Fortress, I will be farming for some energy for my sub-tanks. So, yeah, you won't be seeing that during this playthrough. Anyway, D-Rex here is going to move back and forth with its 2 halves. It'll try to crush you when both halves try to slam together. The bottom half can knock you down to stun you. And it can also produce this energy ball to try and, well, shoot at X. I'm guessing that's what it's called. See this thing right here? Yeah. Again, this is not real difficult. It's just more challenging, as it were. Especially when I don't have the weakness anymore. Why? I had to be a show-off. Don't worry, I'm not that worried. Again, you can go back to a previous level. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to farm for some sub-tank energy, and oh boy, when its health is getting low, this is when... ow! Stop running over me! Ugh. Why did I waste Boomerang Cutter? Why? Oh! Ow! Okay. Oh, you're going down, D-Rex. And why is this thing called D-Rex? It's not related to a dinosaur in any way, shape, or form. Maybe Sigma thought it was a cool name or something? That doesn't matter. I'm going to kill this thing. Yeah! Finally. Yeah, folks, don't do what I did here. Just beat them normally with their normal weaknesses. Don't use Boomerang Cutter to show off, and you'll have an easier time with this guy. So yeah, folks, we have one more level. We're almost there. We're almost there. Can you believe it? It's almost over. Yeah, only one thing stands in our way now. This guy, this bald guy here, is that a smile or a grr on his face? I'm not really sure. But yeah, folks, it's time to face off against Sigma. Now, this level, if you can really call it a level, is just X climbing to the top of Sigma's boss room. And the only enemies that are here are these caterpillar-like enemies that you can use to farm for energy. And the reason I'm using Chameleon Sting is they can still hurt. And I want to be at full health so that I can face Sigma, well, fully prepared. And just climbing and climbing and climbing and endless climbing, and come on, hurry up, X, no, keep going up. Come on, and there, finally, yay. Oh, hi, Sigma.
Welcome. I see you managed to get here by yourself. Very impressive. I could destroy you, but I would not rob my pet of that pleasure. He knows how to deal with betrayers. Should you live, I will be waiting for you. Don't disappoint me, X.
Aw, isn't that cute? Sigma's letting his pet robot wolf dog Vanguarder go after X and Hadouken! Yep, that's it for that robot dog. Shotgun Ice is its weakness, by the way.
Excellent job, X. I see why Zero counted on you. You are almost as good a hunter as I was.
Okay. Should I be flattered?
But the time of your destruction has arrived. You shall regret ever having to fight me.
Alright, Sigma, bring it on! Bring it on with your fancy lightsaber! And Hadouken! Yep, you can even Hadouken Sigma, at least his first form, that is. So, yeah, this fight can be a joke. Okay, I'll show this one off for real because, well, one, it is a pretty cool boss fight, and two, the boss fight music absolutely rocks. So, with Sigma's first form here, well, he will move around trying to slash X with his lightsaber, and he will also shoot projectiles from his head. And yeah, so basically your key to winning is to do some wall hugging. Just hug along the wall, wait for Sigma's pattern, then use the opportune time to just blast him with Electric Spark, which is his weakness, by the way. Now, it is possible to get rid of this guy without taking a hit, but me being a little reckless here, I decided to, what the heck. So, yeah. Oh, and Sigma can also use his lightsaber to block his attacks, so, yeah, be mindful of that. Again, this music rocks. I might as well tell you Vile's a weakness, since I did not get a chance to show him off. That guy didn't deserve his own proper boss fight. Basically, just use Rolling Shield or Homing Missile to defeat Vile, and yeah. And I didn't know how that happens. Like, what? Electric Spark didn't touch Sigma. And who cares? He's dead. At least the first form. Okay, now it's time for Sigma's second form. His head will float up and attach itself to this thing right here. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, meet Wolf Sigma. And Wolf Sigma, well, it is challenging, I admit. However, it is not impossible to beat. I mean, it just takes a matter of knowing what patterns, the attacks, and it should be no problem. And by the way, the rolling shield is its weakness, and we cannot use the Hadouken against him, at least in the Super Nintendo version. Yeah, folks, Maverick Hunter X actually has it so that you can actually Hadouken Sigma, or at least this form of Sigma, in one hit, making this fight a complete and utter joke. But since I am playing the game I'm more familiar with, well, this one will take a little bit more work. You see here, the following attacks include, well, these hands that float around. They can try and hit X, and at that point you can actually take a ride on these platforms so that you can reach his head and blast him with Rolling Shield. The hands can also produce some electricity, so you don't want to stay on there too long, or stay underneath them. This other attack Sigma has is this fire thing right here, firing a flamethrower, and it can be, you can dodge it. It's just going to be a little hard when you're caught between fire and electricity, and if your timing's off, well, you can get hurt that way. Also, there are these electric balls that the wolf head will shoot out, and if your timing is just right, you can actually dodge them with a dash. So, they're not that big of a deal. I will say that if you have sub-tanks, use them. Don't be afraid to use them. This is the final fight, and yeah. And folks, you cannot wall jump up there and shoot Rolling Shield. It will not work. You have to get on these platforms. Unless you're a skilled enough player, that is. Oh, although I could be wrong about this because I haven't seen any YouTube videos of people wall jumping and using Rolling Shield. So far, it's just the platforms. Of course, I could be looking in the wrong areas, that is. So yeah, folks, this fight, it's, again, not that hard, really. And I do like this final boss music here. It gives a sense of epicness, because this is the climactic battle between X and Sigma. Well, the first climactic battle, that is. Yeah, sequels! Alright, one more hit, and Sigma's history. Come on. I'm not that worried. I still have one full sub-tank of energy to use if need be. Come on. Again with the flamethrower. Hurry up. But I guess he made this thing in memory of Valgarder, his beloved wolf that I Hadoukened earlier. Doesn't matter. He's dead. For the first time.
No! It's not possible. I'm a Reploid. I can't be destroyed by you.
Oh, yes I can.
Why, X? Why have you done this to us? Without the humans, my Replite brothers could have ushered in a new age.
Yeah, that sounded wrong. And yes. Okay, insert Castlevania reference here, insert Angel Island reference here, and yeah, it's been done to death on all over the internet, so I'm not even going to bother at this point. So, yeah, another job well done for X. Oh yeah, we got somber music and text. The war has ended for now, and peace has been restored. But those who sacrificed themselves for the victory will never return. Unless your name is Zero, that is. Sequel. Exhausted, X gazes at the destruction he helped cause and wonders why he chose to fight. Was there another way? Well, sometimes fighting is the only answer. It's a sad truth, folks. Standing on the cliff, the answers seem to escape him. He only knows that he'll fight the Mavericks again before he finds his answer. for another several games.
How long will he keep on fighting? How long will his pain last?
Beats me.
Maybe only the X-Buster on his hand knows for sure.
X-Buster? Yeah, X? How long must I fight? I don't have the answer. Just shoot things using me. So yeah, folks, that was Mega Man X. Now, before I share my thoughts on the game, there were some remaining entries of Dr. Kane's journal that I need to read off right quick. As we see in a moment, X running down the street with a cast list. Basically, the enemies that appear in the stage, and then pictures of the Mavericks and the main characters. Alright, let's get started right quick. Let's see, where was I? I was, okay, here it is. Alright, February 16th. 3 Reploids went Maverick today and injured 2 people before they were stopped. This is the 3rd incident of this type of behavior, and I still have no idea what is causing it. There is some talk about stopping the assembly of any more Reploids, but I don't think it will happen. Maybe we've become too dependent on them. The Council has now decided to set up a group of hunters to destroy any Maverick before it can cause injury. The Reploid named Sigma has been assigned to lead the hunters. Sigma is one of the most intelligent Reploids I've created and contains my latest circuit design. His system should be immune to any problem. Yeah, right, as we just saw. It's been 2 months since Sigma took control of the Maverick Hunters, and he and his hunters have been able to prevent any further injury to the population. Everyone is starting to breathe a little easier. I'm a little worried about X. He seems unsure of his place in life and what Dr. Light has planned for him. But given time, I'm sure he'll find his way. And finally, that was from May 16th. And finally, June 4th, the last entry. My worst nightmare has come true. Sigma went Maverick today and took most of the hunters with him. His motives are unclear, but it seems he has decided that humans are inferior in limiting the growth of the Reploids. For that reason, he decided that all humans should be eradicated. Most of the population is in hiding or trying to flee the city. I'm not sure how long we can hold out against Sigma's fortress. I fear I've built the Reploids too well. X taking the news of the war very personally, he wants to join Zero, the new leader of the Maverick Hunters, when he goes after Sigma. I'm doubtful of their chances, but I won't stop him. Something has to be done. Okay. And I do like that in Maverick Hunter X there are these FMVs of, Dr. Light during X's construction about all this potential and stuff, and I do like the ending of Maverick Hunter X with X riding his bike with Dr. Light monologuing about potential and all that stuff. He has all the videos on YouTube, so yeah. Alright, folks, yeah, Mega Man X. Personally, this is actually my favorite Mega Man X game, period. I'm not joking. And suddenly, soundtrack dissonance. Jolly music after all that tragedy. Now, the reasons I like X is, well, one, I like the simplicity of the story. Now, I'm sure the story gets more complex later on we go in the series, but this one is simple. X is unsure of himself, but he finds the confidence to stand up and do what is necessary to get the job done. And I like the sacrifice Zero made, but he obviously comes back later on in the sequels, so yeah. And the weapons are very useful, especially when you charge them for an extra effect. That's what I liked about these weapons in this game. So, yeah, they all have their uses at some point. And the music. The music is pretty rockin', I have to say. This is actually one of my favorite soundtracks of the Mega Man series. Well, both of them, in fact. So, yeah. When you get the chance, Mega Man X is available on the Virtual Console. If you can find the Mega Man X collection for the GameCube, PlayStation, or Xbox, do so. And play it. Play the game. Come on. Or if you already own the game, play it again, because this is definitely a series worth playing. Or at least this game, at least. Alright. Where are we, what are we waiting for? You can end this now, end the video. Any time now, past me, end the video. And, I don't want to listen to this mute. Oh, never mind. Finally something interesting.
You have won a temporary victory, X. What you destroyed was only a temporary body. My spirit remains intact.
Well, crap.
In time, I will find other bodies strong enough to do my bidding, and I will return. I shall see you soon, X. Very soon.
Yeah, foreshadowing! So yeah, again, X is my favorite game of, well, one of my favorite games of the X series. In fact, my favorite game. I'm sure you all have your favorite X games. Some of you may like X2 or X4 or X5. And some of you out there might like X6, but to me, this will always be my favorite X game to go to because, well, it's easy to pick up, play again, and I find a good time overall. With that said, yes, I'll do the other X games in time, but, like when I was doing the Mega Man Marathon, I was finding myself a little bit exhausted, you know, a little tiring. So with this, I'm going to take a little bit of time with this one. I'm not going to go straight into X2 right away. I want to play some other games for my channel and do other things. So yeah, folks, yeah. Thank you for watching this playthrough of Mega Man X, and have a good day.